I take pride in being able to say I don't owe a motherfucker shit. Like
Right.
I don't owe a nigga
Right.
nothing. Like
Manny's Memos. Manny's
Manny's Monday Memos. Manny's Monday Memos. Manny's Monday Memos. Manny's Monday Memos. Manny's Monday Memo. Ho. Manny's Monday Memo. Hoes. 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 Hoes.
Happy Monday, guys. We are definitely in for a special treat. I have Kayla joining us today, which you guys know she's always behind the scenes. She's our marketing director, so she doesn't really pop out much, but she's been on a few videos if you watched us for a while. And then we also have our special guest. So we have Dynamik with us. So everybody, let's go ahead and give Dynamik a hand clap. What's up? So tell us, all right, Dynamik, why? What made you want to join Manny's Monday Memos? Like, we always want to know those questions.
okay, no, that's a great question. I mean, just whenever I see you on like my story feed or just my timeline, I just can always appreciate somebody who's trying to bring like positive energy and just like, keep people alive, And I feel like that's what you got going with your message. And, especially on Mondays, people hate Mondays. Like, and for you to, be like, hey, I'm gonna make my show on a Monday about Mondays and, just talk about random stuff. I mean, it's special. And so, yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. That was definitely the vision, right? I was trying to bring some life to people's Mondays because, like you said, a lot of people hate Mondays a lot. But I'm like, no, let's make it more exciting. So
Exactly.
That's good to know.
Exactly.
It's good to feel appreciated. Okay. All right. So then tell us, who is Dynamik? Like, where did this name come from? Like, what are you all about? Like, tell everybody, what's up.
Okay. So, Dynamik. So, Dude is actually my nickname from back home. So, I'm from Cordell, Georgia, south of Atlanta, south of Macon, near like Albany, very like country town.
Yes.
One could argue that it's Trump country, but that's beside the point. Dude was my nickname. So both my grandmothers, God bless their souls, they named me Dude, and so it was just like I said, they're country people, so very simple-minded, go with the flow. And so whenever there came time to like give me a nickname, because everybody where I'm from has a nickname. They said when I was a baby that I looked like a little dude, and so
like you look like a grown man, but you was in a little person body, like the Benjamin Button, or like what we talking?
We could go with that. I don't know.
Okay, so you had the Benjamin Button. I got you. Already had the peach fuzz coming in and stuff.
Like, you know what? That actually reminded me of like when I posted a picture of a baby picture of mine, and Emanuela was like, "Bro, you ugly as hell." I'm like, so maybe you're right.
I do not
maybe
recall.
You're right. I probably did look like a little man. So yeah, they called me little dude. They called me little dude growing up, and as I got bigger, older, the little dropped, and it was just Dude. And so that's the Dude part. But as far as Dynamik goes, that's just something like that I aspire to be. If you look up the definition of Dynamik, and I don't know it off the top of my head, but I do know that is something that I aspire to be. And whether it be with music, whether it be with just, me personally, or, as a friend, whatever, like, I just want to be someone who is dynamic, that's, constantly changing, able to change, and progressing. So, yeah, Dynamik.
I like that. It's a lot of deep thought behind that name. I don't recall talking about your picture.
No, I got you. Go look in your messages. Go look in your messages. So you laughed at it. That's me right there. You laughed at it.
Oh.
And I was like,
You
what's
look
funny though?
precious.
What's funny though? And you were like, LOL, you were not cute. I'm sorry, but you were not. And I said, that's why I posted it. I 100% agree with you. That was not a cute baby picture. Like y'all got me fresh out of the pouch. Like I was that was not the time to be taking a picture. But yeah, I glowed up. I glowed up. So
I think
so thankful for that.
I think you definitely glowed up. I will give you that. You
Yes.
definitely glowed up. But also, to your defense, let's keep it real. I don't care what anybody says. Newborns are not cute. We do not come out the womb looking cute. I do not care what anybody says. We are not cute as newborns. It's not until we become like, honestly, like 1, 2, 3 months old, we really start to see what we're going to look like. And then you can be like, oh,
Yeah.
that's a cute baby. Because my newborn pictures, I honestly look like a little boy. Like I look like a boy.
Ooh.
I do. Like seriously. I look like a little boy. And then when I got older, then I started to look more like what I look like now. But I looked like a little boy. I was different colors because
we all come out looking ashy. Like we all come out looking ashy.
Well, I wasn't ashy. I was white. I legit was
like
a white.
sister.
I was too. I was white. Like put a white blanket by me. Where am I?
That's crazy. That's crazy. Because I mean, even me, I was light as hell in that picture. I'm like, bro, like I'm dark. Right. How the hell do I start out like that and end up like this? That's crazy.
No, that is crazy, but it just kind of shows like how your genes start working, and you really have no idea of knowing like how somebody's going to end up being. So that makes sense. So for everybody watching, like, what is it that Dude Dynamik does? Like, what do you do? Like, what makes Dude Dynamik special?
Well, I think what makes me special is what should make every aspiring artist or entertainer special, and that's my story. And so on that EP, it's titled Find My Way. I'm just telling my story and, just trying to like find my way as, not just a person, but also like in the music game, like the rap game, if you will. So like, just, it's crazy because, I'm telling my story, but I think about like how music has such a strong influence on so many people, and a lot of people don't realize it. I was fortunate enough, to realize it at a young age. Like, man, what these people are saying affects me. Like, it affects how I feel about certain things, like my outlook, my approach on life. And so, I want my message to be one that's positive, powerful, and one that like speaks to the underdogs, people who feel like, they're overlooked or, don't get as many opportunities as they feel like they should, or, just out there, without a purpose, feeling like, they're not, worthy of having a purpose, and so, yeah, that's part of what I'm saying in my message, part of what I want to promote. And it means so much to me because of like where I'm from. And so I'm sure you guys have never heard of like Cordele, Georgia. Maybe I'm sure you've driven through there going to Florida. Like Kayla, you went through Cordele. You probably blinked your eye, like blinked once, and you were out of there. Like,
I heard of it. People back from school was from there.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know about it until when we were in college. And then, when I was a reporter, I definitely learned quickly where that was.
Okay.
But before that, no, never. Before that, never.
Very small town. Very poverty stricken. I didn't realize that we were, poor until like I was about to graduate college. That was just like the outlook I had, like, because I listened to people like J. Cole, Kendrick, or even Lil Wayne back in the day. And I listen to Lil Wayne now too, but like, just music that challenged me, that made me think about things. And I know like some of the stuff those rappers say is out the wall, but like at least it was making me think. It was spinning my wheels in my head, And I feel like, you know, it's not a common theme where I'm from. And so, you know, that's part of the reason why I want to do music as well, just so like I can, you know, help people from there realize like, hey, man, this dude is doing whatever he wants to do, you know, unapologetically, and he has the confidence. And so, like, you know, when I was in high school, I wasn't really that confident, and that's another like that's a common theme that I would say is in, you know, Cordial, and you know, you see it with a lot of people. They're just like, you know, they're sheep. You know, you don't have any leaders. They're just following. And so, you know, I didn't realize until I got to college that I didn't need anybody to believe in me. Like I had myself, you know what I'm saying? But if you don't have like your parents or, you know, educators teaching you stuff like that, then you'll never see it that way. And you'll end up, you know, going down the wrong path. And so I've seen that happen to a lot of people. And, you know, I want my message to be able to help people, you know, like me that have potential.
I like that.
From Cordial. Yeah.
I like that. So what genre of music do you do?
I mean, it's mostly rap for sure. But I would say it's kind of, I could see myself getting into like an alternative space, like a Tyler the Creator. I love his music. I don't know if I'll ever be able to make music the way he does, or you know, like that, because he's like, in my opinion, he's in a genre of his own. But it's a lot of spoken word. You know, just like I said, me telling my story, and just motivating people. So like, you know, definitely hip hop for sure.
Okay. How long you been writing music and creating songs now?
So I started in April 2020. So that's when I started writing. Yep. That's when I started writing. That's when I was like, you know what? Because I actually had just got furloughed. And
I know that feeling.
I was like, man, I had just came off of paying off my debt too. So it was crazy how it all happened. Like God is so real. Like, I mean, I had just paid off all my debt in March. And April hit, and then, you know, in March, you know, everybody's, oh, it's all good, everything's good. You don't have to worry about anything. And then April hit, yes, we're gonna have to let you go, buddy. And so they hit me with that, and it just came to me then. I was like, you know, I gotta, you know, some time on my hand. This unemployment this shit actually paying bills, like for real. So I don't have to rush to get back into the field, even though, you know, I was gonna, you know, end up back working. I didn't have to rush it. And so I was like, I'm gonna take this time to like dive into like the creative side of myself, pause. And yeah, so that's April 2020. That's when I started writing.
So the pandemic, you could say, has really helped bring out your creativity, because you didn't really have a choice but to really do something else.
Facts. That is very true.
So then, since then, now that you're back working, like, do you have to make time for your music then?
100%. And it's kind of hard because I feel like it would be easier if I wasn't working from home, because working from home is like everything is home. So it's like, oh, I write at home, but I also work at home. So how do I like real deal, like, you know, develop the discipline to just be like, all right, I'm at work when I'm thinking about music the whole time. You know, it's like there's nothing stopping me from writing a song if I want to write a song. Like if I'm inspired, then I should do it. But it's like, bro, you're supposed to be working.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of hard, but I try to make it work, and it's been working so far.
What about having your own like space within your space where you do actually work, but you also write your music there too? Like, do you have like an extra room where you got the whole thing like set up, or is it like, you know, oh, let me just have pad and a pen, just write what I know from the top of the dome, and then, you know, do something later with it later at night? Or is it kind of like, you know, I'm taking this time, this is what it's going to be? Or are you still trying to find that out?
I'm still trying to figure that out for sure. But I would say right now it's all like it's all mushed together. It's not compartmentalized at all, and it should be. It really should be. But I hadn't got to that point. I mean, but as far as like recording stuff, that's in a separate room. So I definitely don't record where I work. But writing though, like if you know I'm listening to a song or like I said, just inspired mentally, I'll just start writing. If I'm not, you know, busy at work, I'll just start writing.
I heard a lot of artists come up with lyrics in the shower. Is that true for you?
I'm definitely inspired when I'm in the shower. I don't know why. It's like I just want to sing, I want to rap like in the shower. I will say for me though, I'm more inspired driving. And it's like as soon as I get in my car, like I just want to rap. Like, and I'm like, I don't understand why this happened. Like, what is it about?
Are you listening like instrumentals?
I mean, like even before I turn on music, I'm just like, oh, I want to like. I think it is the music whenever, because I mean that is where I listen most of my music, I would say, in the car.
Yeah.
Or, you know, at least growing up, that's where you listen. That's why I listen to most of my music was in the car.
Right.
So if a song is on, then I'll just be like thinking while I'm driving, just like, oh, he said such and such. I could take that and flip it and be, you know, turn it into something else. So yeah, it's weird.
You know, it is just because like you said the shower. Actually, I didn't know about it, but it makes sense though. Like singers wanting to sing the shower, probably rappers doing the same thing just because like the sound, the way it like sounds in the shower, but you also got like an extra music to it because of the shower and the sound. So I could see a little bit of, you know, the same like feel to it. But I would not at first thought, you know, for a rapper or somebody that's just trying to come up with some type of ideas to write music to do that as well. Singers, I mean, that's kind of obvious because of the acoustic, like sound and stuff like that. Even in the car, like that's probably the most people, you know, would listen to music just because that's like the best type of sound you would get rather than hearing it through headphones or like even a big wider open space. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's something confined, kind of like in a booth type setting. I don't know.
No, that makes sense.
Maybe that's
you might be onto something.
No,
I don't know.
It does make sense. No, that makes sense. It's also because you got to think about it. You're like alone, and that's where most people free their mind. Even if like you're not doing anything creative, like people pray in the shower. People will end up like praising God in the shower. Like you're alone. It's just you and the water, like together. That's it. So you really like are almost forced into like a different headspace. Like a lot of my creative thoughts come up in the shower. I'm like, oh, I should do that. Let me make sure to not forget to write that down when I get out. The key is not forgetting before you get out the shower.
Oh God.
That's the key. God. That's the key. So what I try to do is like, if I'm listening to music and something comes, I just keep like saying it in my head so I don't forget. But if I'm not listening to music and it's just quiet, I won't forget it. It'll be stuck right in my head. And I just get out and hurry up and write it down so I don't forget.
That's probably the only thing that sucks.
Sleep. I've heard some people say they've woken out of sleep before to write a lyric, or they've woken out of sleep to like people who write like movies. They're like, it came to me when I was sleeping. I just woke up and wrote it. So I think it's whenever your mind is at ease, I really feel like that's when your creativeness thrives, which also makes sense why like during your furlough, it really came because what else did you have to do at the time, right? Everything was shut down. It really was hard to get like another job. Like you really were just you and yourself. So it's like you could watch TV all day or play a video game all day, or you can find something else to really like get into. Like a lot of people created businesses during that time that are currently like thriving and growing because you didn't have anything else to do. Like we were stuck. We were actually stuck inside for a little bit. And then we opened everything up.
Kinda. In Atlanta, kinda.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So now we're gonna switch gears real quick. I saw you tweet that you got rid of all your college debt. And I need you to tell all of us, because you told me I could not know until we did this. So I have been waiting to ask you how you did it. Tell everybody how much it was. Like, I remember what you said on Twitter, but how much it was. Like, I'm trying. What's the secret? What's the secret to this? Like, how you do this? How you go from thousands to zero? We want to know.
Gotcha. I got you. So you really want to know?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Do I need to get a piece of paper and pen?
Hold on, wait. Hold on.
It's not gonna take all that because it's stuff you already know. It's common knowledge.
Oh,
yes,
shit.
it's common knowledge. It's
I'm
common
listening.
knowledge. So I was able to pay off over $61,000 of student loan. It was student loans. I think it was like 40 from Mercer, 47 from Mercer. So like a year's worth of debt, school debt there. And then I had just bought a car. And so that was like the rest of that money, the rest of that 61. I was able to pay that off by simply working. I will go into detail. So when I say working, I mean like working like a fucking dog, like legit. Like I worked at Kroger, I worked at US Lumber, and I was officiating basketball on the side. Like, so I was in the corporate world, I was in retail, and I was doing like recreational stuff. So legit had 3 jobs, didn't have time for anything, even though I made time for stuff like, and just said fuck myself, made time for other stuff. And yeah, just really committed to it. And so I graduated 2017, October 2017. I was done paying that off March of 2020. So like 2.5 years, I was able to pay it off. But it just took, me being like real dedicated to it. Like for me, I don't know about y'all, but I take pride in being able to say I don't owe a motherfucker shit. Like, I don't owe a nigga nothing. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I don't owe nobody nothing. That's on me. Like, and along the way, like, you get accustomed to, saving money. Because even right now, I got out of debt in like I said, March 2020. Like, I still don't be wanting to spend money. I do, but it's like I still like just being in that mode. It taught me to be disciplined with my money and like, bro, watch where your money going. Like, and that dude, what's his name? Dave Ramsey. I used to listen to his podcast and listen to people just fucking up money and all this. I'm just like, bro, y'all dumb as hell. Like, people being like crazy debt for no reason. Like, not using, not working in their fields, not even trying to pay it off, and then they just so lost and all this stuff. And so, I use this podcast to get the sauce, if you will. And it was just basically, making sure I know everything that I'm paying for each month. So I know exactly how much my bills are each month. I know exactly how much money I'm giving myself each month. And on the real, like I was bringing in a lot of money, but I would say probably whenever I got paid, like every other week, I probably give myself $100. Like
between
legit,
all 3 of those
legit,
jobs,
like so $200 would get me through the month. Like that's after I done bought groceries. That's after I done bought, paid my rent. And all that stuff. Like, ain't no eating out, none of that. Like, it takes a certain, amount of discipline, you know what I'm saying? And like, that's how, and that also helped me to realize, like, everybody ain't built like me. I know I'm different. Like, niggas ain't doing that type of stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I know coming out of that, I can do whatever I want to do. Hell yeah, I'm gonna be a rapper. Like, what you gonna tell me? Like, you probably, in debt over your eyes, you know what I'm saying, up to your ears, your whatever. Like, man, you can't tell. I really felt like Kanye coming out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell me that because I got my money right. Like,
right.
So a lot of stuff that came with it, confidence and just, I feel like that discipline and all that. But yeah.
So wait a second though. You were never like stressed?
100%. I mean, like, but you got, man, listen, that's life, Emanuela. That's
3
life.
jobs in 1 week.
No, okay. I'm trying to hold
That's
on. Wait,
life.
I'm trying to paint this for the people though. So we had the corporate, which was what, 8 to 5, 9 to 5, right? And then
Yep, it was like 7 to 4. It was 7 to 4. 7 to 4.
7 to 4. And then so like was Kroger nights or was the like
Kroger was nice.
weekends?
Kroger was like 6 to 10, 4 to 10. So like I leave US Lumber, go straight to Kroger, 4 to 10. I'm talking about closing.
and
I
then
was
the officiating was the weekend.
Weekends.
Yep.
You
All around
I
hustling.
I didn't have no time for myself. I was just like in go mode, and it's like, man, like I know I know this has a benefit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of this all, I will not owe anybody nothing, and that'll be like a burden lifted off of me. Like I'm not thinking about that no more. Like I can literally put as much money as I want to in this music shit. Like
You definitely can.
I saw where how much money I'm making, how much money I was throwing at my debt. Like I know what all my money at, so I know what I'm gonna do with it. Like I know what I can do with it. So.
And you did it at the right time because you don't have kids yet. You don't have to do the whole wife thing. Like it's just you. So all you gotta worry about is you. Look at his face.
On God. But yeah, and two, it's like I was gonna make another point. I forget what I was gonna say. You had said, was I stressed? And it was just like, yeah, I was. And I feel like that's just a part of life. And then like this is like we're in that stage. I feel like all three of us were in that stage where it's like we just trying to figure this shit out. Why not give yourself the best chance to figure it out?
That's true.
Right.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? So figuring this shit out, and then it's like I didn't give myself time to feel sorry for myself, because it's like, bro, when I think about like my family back home and stuff like that, it's like, bro, what the, like you
wasting more time.
You feel what I'm saying? And so it's like when I think about, so my grandparents raised me, my mother's parents raised me, and so like I think about just how they, instilled so many different values like hard work and integrity and all that stuff in me. It's like, bro, man, they would kill to be where you at. Why not give yourself the best chance to like really live out your dreams, really be happy and not worried about paying somebody money like every month or whenever you pay it.
That is facts. Yep. So Kayla, could you do what I did? Are you built for that?
As far as paying off debt, I mean, I definitely don't have as much as he has right now. During this pandemic, since it was zero interest, it's definitely helpful. But I'm gonna put a little bit more discipline in it to try to get where he at.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm still saving up for a few other things. Yeah, I got my place with him, but I was able to save up for the stuff. But we ain't got to get into that. It's all about Dynamik. So. That's what we.
That's real. And I will say though, I know Kayla could do it because she was a student athlete.
Yeah.
She has been under a lot of pressure just in school.
She definitely could.
She could do it if she wanted. You know what I'm saying? If she wanted to, and not saying
I'm gonna just say this. Yeah, I'm gonna just say this. If I really wanted to take care of the debt that I have as of right now, because I only had my master's program, undergrad was taken care of. I could do it right now, but a new car is definitely in place. So we're gonna prioritize.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do. So I completely understand that. Like nobody likes to have a car payment, but at the same time, if you're at a point where your current vehicle is not gonna make it, then you gotta do what you gotta do. Like we all know it's a depreciating asset at the end of the day. So it's just you gotta put your best plan forward to get it taken care of. That's really just what it comes down to. Just doing what you gotta do. Now, so I definitely commend you on that. Doing the 3 jobs, like, oh shit,
I can do 2.
Kudos to you. I'm gonna say I could do like 2, maybe a third, like every now and then, but 3 like that.
Yeah, it was crazy. But I mean, man, my granddad, dog, he taught me so much stuff, man. He was just like the ultimate hustler. Like this dude had his own business, own recycling company. He was a preacher. He had a church in Cordele and one in Fitzgerald. And what else? What else did he do? And he was like the head of the sanitation department of Cordele. So like, bro,
He was
like I
that
said,
guy.
feel what I'm saying? Like I
He was
literally
that
think about
guy.
like, man, this dude did all that with a
Yeah.
second grade education.
Damn.
Second grade education. Like
And still had time to raise you in the
I can
process.
like what? Come on. And they had 9 kids. So this is like I'm way after that. I'm way like, man, come on, man. I ain't got no excuse, dog.
No, I like that. Crazy risk, crazy reward. Like really, really great reward. That's just what it comes down to. Like you said, it's really just discipline. Because at the end of the day, if you have the means to take care of it, it's really like, why not do it? So if you guys can pay towards your premium, so you don't owe anybody anything. But at the same time, you're not there yet. Figure out how you can get there, because I will say there is nothing like paying off something and being like, whew, I don't owe you shit. Like, bye-bye.
And see that credit score go up.
Oh, and I was gonna say that too. Like along the way, like, man, your credit just look like you fucking Bill Gates or somebody. Like, I can go get anything I want now. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
You gonna spit a bar for us, or are you gonna make us wait? Or can we get a little snippet, like 10-second snippet?
I'll tell y'all what I want, what I really, really want, and that is to rap and have niggas respect me when I spit my balls. I'm growing tired of the gimmicks. Could care less about your cause. See, that shallow shit just proves to me you really insecure. It's a disease y'all niggas suffer from. Luckily, I'm the cure.
Manny's Memos. Manny's Memos.
Manny's Monday Memos. Manny's Monday Memos. Manny's Monday Memos. Manny's Monday Memos. Manny's Monday Memos. Ho. Manny's Monday Memos. Ho. Ho. Ho.